Hey everybody, welcome back. So in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Seesii Power Tools Portable Spot Welder model SE-301. This was sent to me for the purpose of this review, so thank you to Seesii. And there will be links, possibly affiliate links below, as well as a discount code for you guys to use. So there really isn't much information on the box, so here's some more. Model SE-301, screen type 1.8-inch TFT. It does have a color screen, which is nice. Weld current 1200 amps max. Type C input, 5 volts at 2.1 amps. USB-A output. It can be used as a power bank. 5 volts, 3.2 amps. Runtime, and they can't really give you a runtime because they really don't know exactly what welding current you're going to be using. So it just says charge when below 7.3 volts. And then there's some manufacturer info and how not to kill yourself with it. So let's take it out of the box. And for full disclosure, I have had it out already just so I could read the instructions and make sure it's fully charged. And it comes with a nice set of instructions. And well written, easy to read, not one of those crazy foldouts with little tiny text in 100 different languages. So it gives you all the specs. I mean, the manual's even color. Shows you what the indicator lights do, what the TFT display does, what all the ports and buttons are for. And yeah, it's quite a nice manual. I'm really pleased to see that. You're not going to have to figure too much out on your own. And some safety procedures, cautions and tips, operating instructions, welding parameter settings. Looks like it's saying you can use it all the way up to 0.25 millimeter nickel strip, which is surprising because that's some pretty heavy duty nickel strip. I don't think I even have anything here in my own much thick. I think the thickest I have here is 0.2 millimeter, but I do believe it came with some of its own in the box here. We'll take that out and look at it too. Package contents, how to maintain it, how to troubleshoot it, how to dispose of it if for some reason you don't want it, or maybe it has quit working and is completely broken. And warranty and contact info. So a nice little manual. I think that's fantastic, and it's all in one language, which fortunately for me is the language I speak. So here is the welder itself. And it looks like a nice little unit. It's got some blue side panels. Those are hard plastic, not rubberized, but it gives you a little bit of grip. And there's one thing on this that I have noticed that I thought was really cool, and it has a built-in stand. So you no longer have to 3D print yourself some way to hold it upright. It has a stand built in. That's kind of nice. Also has rubber feet on the bottom, has some warm tips on the back. And as it said in the manual, we have where the welding probes go. Then we have the input and the output. We have a power button. In the front, we have 3 LEDs. The middle one will blink red when you're charging it and stay solid red when it's charged. The others do. I'll have to look back in the manual. Then we have an OK button and an up and down button, pretty much what those are. Looks like very easy to pick the current and the settings you want. So I'm happy to see all that. I remember the first one of these mini spot welders I had was simply 2 circuit boards. One which had a bunch of MOSFETs on it and where the probes went in, and the other was a screen which plugged in the top. You had to provide your own battery, and I never could get one to work for very long. Probably my fault. Comes with a nice, decently long set of leads. They got to be, those are more than a foot long. Those are nice. The ends of the leads are flat with a slight curvature in them. That's nice. Got no problems with those. These are 8 wire gauge, which is nice. There is a USB cable. Oh, they give you a couple little battery holders. They give you a little file, little diamond file. That's nice. Here is the nickel strip it came with, and it is probably nickel plated. Here's a flashlight with a little magnet. Yeah, it is nickel plated, not solid nickel. And I think probably everything that I've bought over the years is all probably just nickel plated as well. Let's see the thickness it came with. Make sure we're set to millimeters here. Millimeters were zeroed. So it came with 0.11, 0.11. And I have some test batteries here to try it with. But first off, let's just look at the screen and the functionality. I'm probably going to have to get the manual back here, but let's turn it on. So the screen it starts on tells us battery charge in the top left, battery voltage. It gives us the temperature and tells us that the beeper is turned on. Then it says it looks like we're set to weld at 1,000 amps. Now this has a preheat pulse as well as a welding pulse. So what it will do is it will give a slight zap when you tell it to weld, just to warm everything up, and then it gives it the real zap. We have an interval between the preheat and the pulse, and then we can tell how long the pulse goes for and what the how many times they're going to weld. And we can change all of these just by, I can go to, let me get back, I can go to preheat, press OK. I can tell it how much preheat I want to give it, 5 milliseconds. I can go to interval. I can go to pulse and how many times. I can also go to settings here, and I can bring up the settings screen. I can change the language, weld delay, cycle gap, text direction, brightness of the screen, buzzer on or off, auto sleep 10 minutes, what temperature to warm me at, default is 60C, and device info, and return everything to defaults. So that is the screen and the information it provides. I got some test batteries here. What did I do with them? Here we go, test batteries on a little thing I 3D printed. I have welded on these before. I'm going to use their strip, which is 1.1, but I also have some 0.2 here. And yes, again, this is just nickel coated. It is not solid nickel. All right, looking on the welding parameters. So that's set up. My stand is out. I'm going to get some nickel strip set up here, and we'll see if we can weld it to that. And yes, I'm going to use the nickel strip they have provided. All right, I have a piece of their nickel strip cut laid across my batteries. And as I did mention, these batteries have had other strips, other spot welds on them. I have filed them. I thought I filed them smooth. Let's get their little file out, and let's make sure I have filed those nice and smooth, because we want to give it the best chance we can. All right, they're still a little bumpy, but we should be able to get a weld across there. Now, technique. I have found out that you do not want to press too hard. You have to press down enough to get the two pieces of metal connected. But if you press down too hard, you will increase the contact area and decrease the resistance to the point where the welder can't do it anymore. So I'm just going to, and I have also found going straight down is not a good idea. So I like to go in at about a 45-degree angle. Let's do our first one right now. All right. I don't know if you saw it, but you have a blue light, this left LED. It lights up when you're in contact with the material, and we have welded that. That is now spot welded. So let's do a few more. Let's do 4 on each one, just so we can say we did. Here we go. Not getting a lot of sparks, but that's okay. I think when it says one time, it means it's not going to hit it multiple times. Once it hits it, you have to let up and release and press down before you get a second one. Let's try that. Let's change one time to 2 times and see what we get. 1 time, looks like 2 is as high as I can go. I can go 1 or 2. All right, we'll do that. So now we are set to 2 times. So let's see what happens. That means I should, when I do this, it should zap it twice. And it did. All right, let's take a look at our welds and let's see how good a job it did. right, I'm going to have to shred that strip to get that off. Yeah. Yeah, it pretty much shredded the strip a little bit to get it off. That's a good weld. I'm not going to complain about that. So it's nice that it comes with some welding parameters. You see it shredded it even more to get that end off. So that is a good weld. I have no complaints with that. Let's try the bottom of it. And let's try my 0.2 nickel strip. So let's get this piece of this out. This says 0.2 right on it. 8 millimeters wide, 0.2 thick. Let's get my calipers and measure this because it said 0.2 on the package. Let's see what my caliper thinks it is. Caliper is zeroed. Caliper says it's 0.22. So it's actually thicker, at least as far as my caliper is concerned, than what it says in the package. So I'm going to lay it across there. 0.22 nickel strip. And what are the parameters for 0.2? It says for 0.2 I want preheat of 5. So I'm going to change my preheat to 5. So let's get over to preheat right there. Preheat is going to go to 5. And my pulse should be 17. All right, so let's get over to pulse. Pulse is going to be 17. Nice they tell you kind of where you should be with this so that you're not having to guess. I hope that was all on the screen. And interval should be 10. So let's get to interval. There we go, interval 7. And I'm going to get my 2 times back to 1 time. All right, 2 times is 1 time. This is the 0.22 nickel strip. And let's see what I can do with it here. All right, trying to keep my head out of the picture. There we go. And let's give it a couple more. There we go. And let's keep working down. Oops, this one's turned the wrong way. Let's flip it over. There we go. And we're going to do this again. And again. And again here. And again here. There we go. So I'm still reading full charge on the battery and 8.2 volts and 27 C. So this little bit of welding did not change anything about the battery and the temperature to any significant degree. Let's see how good those welds are. Those are, once again, I'm having to tear pretty hard to get it off. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get that last one off. Okay, I think that's welded good. I have no issues with it. One thing I want to try, let's go up to let's go the 2 times, let's go from 1 time to 2 times, is what I'm trying to say. So 1 time, whoops, missed it. 1 time to 2 times, all right. Now we're set to the initial settings it told me, but 2 times instead of 1 time. Let's get that same strip back here. And I'm just going to put it on 1 battery because I want to see what hitting it twice feels like at this heat. Bumping the camera with my head. Sorry, I'm having trouble keeping my big fat head out of the camera view. Big fat bald head out of the camera view. So here we go, 2 times. Yep, 2 times, a little too close together. You notice on there it tells you what your welding amperage is. Let's hit it again. Can you see that screen? Probably you can't. Let me get it here on these boxes. And there we go. That might be visible. Now let's see if I can get that weld to weld without moving anything. Probably can't, but we're going to try it. I'm not going to get the angles I want here, but I don't care. Here we go. So I hope you saw what it does. It changes things here a little bit. I'm at 29C, 8.2 volts, and it still says the battery is fully charged. So there you have it, the Seesii Power Tools portable spot welder, model SE-301 with a beautiful color display. Welded 1.2 and 2, and my 0.2 was actually 0.22. Nickel strip, did it without a problem. Battery voltage, charge, none of that even changed during this temperature to any significant degree. And worked great. I mean, worked perfectly first time right out of the box. Now, be aware I have used these spot welders quite a bit before, so I do know that the amount of pressure I need to put down, how to hold the probes, things like that, the electrodes, not probes, but you know what I mean. I do know how to do it, so you may struggle a little bit, but if you do what I do here, moderate pressure, 45-degree angle, you'll be in the ballpark of what you need to do. And the manual tells you how to set it for what the thickness of your nickel strip is. So, I don't know. I really like it. I think you'd really like it too. It worked great. It's probably going to be my go-to spot welder from now on because it just works really good. And I like the screen and all the information that's on it. Anyway, thanks again to Seesii Power Tools for sending this out for this review. Thanks to you guys for watching. Links and coupon codes will be below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.